A man reported missing by his family this past February is believed to have met with foul play, and his disappearance is now being investigated by the Homicide Unit. Suryan Giama, aged 25, was last seen by a family member on Monday, February 17th, 2014, at a residence in Woodbine. He has not been seen or heard from since by his family. Giama's dark gray 2007 four-door Toyota Camry was recovered in southwest Calgary on Wednesday, March 19th, 2014. A thorough investigation, which has included several searches in and around Calgary, have led detectives to believe that Giama was likely murdered, and officers are now working to trace his final movements prior to his disappearance. Giama is described as being of Somalian descent, approximately 6 foot tall and 150 pounds, with a slim build and a goatee. A photo of Giama is available on the City of Calgary newsroom. We would ask anyone with information about Giama's disappearance to call police at 403-266-1234 or Crime Stoppers anonymously using one of the following methods. And then I'll take your questions.
When you say searching in and around Calgary, can you be a little bit more specific around Calgary? Is that rural areas? How far outreaching is this?
So through the investigation thus far, we've conducted some searches within the City of Calgary. We haven't gone outside of Calgary yet because the investigation hasn't led us there yet.
Can you talk about what led you to believe, I mean, you haven't found Mr. Giama yet, what's leading you to believe he was murdered?
So we located his vehicle. We were investigating him as a missing person. We located his vehicle. As a result of some of the searches that we've done, we've identified preliminary investigative or preliminary forensic information that's led us to believe that this is foul play.
The missing persons report said he was selling a car on Kijiji, and that was the last time he's seen. Is there a chance that that is related to this?
That's one of the areas that we investigated, and at this time we don't believe that that's a factor, but we'll continue to follow that up.
Where was his car found in relation to where he lives or where he works or anything like that?
So his vehicle was located in the Britannia El Boya area back on March 19th.
So where does he work, live? Is that close to there? Had he been in that area prior to? Is that where he was last seen?
He was last seen in the Woodbine area with his family members. We've traced his movements in and around Calgary. They have included Marlborough Mall and the university area, but we just need to narrow our focus a little bit with the public's assistance.
Are there suspects?
At this time, we're still open to all areas of investigation. We haven't identified any specific suspects at this time.
Was he known to police before, or anything that lead you to believe it might be suspicious before?
We're investigating all avenues, but as the victim, we won't comment on any contact that he's had with the police.
Was he involved in the drug trade, in gangs, in any criminal activity?
You know what, again, he's a victim in this case, so we won't speak to those specific areas, but we're open to any one of those avenues as a part of the investigation.
When you searched those areas, do you believe that he was in contact with certain people during that time?
As information has come forward, we're trying to locate information that would support where he is currently, because that's obviously a very important piece of our investigation, is to ultimately identify if we can locate his remains or not. At this time, we haven't been able to locate him, and we conduct those searches based upon information from the public.
How many people have you spoken to?
You know what, I can't tell you that exactly at this time. I'm sorry, I don't have that information with me.
Has his family been cooperative?
Absolutely. His family has been cooperative in this investigation.
Have his friends been?
Yes, they have been. We've spoken to a number of people, and we'll likely be continuing to re-interview those people as we move this forward and gather more information.
Does his car look like it had been stolen?
No. There's no indication to indicate that his vehicle was stolen.
So what took you guys so long to locate the car? I mean, wouldn't it have gotten flagged for, say, a parking ticket, or someone might have noticed it, or?
It was parked in an area where it was just a residential area. So until the member of the public provided us assistance in locating that vehicle, it wasn't parked in an obvious location or a place where it would have come to the authorities' attention.
So it hadn't gotten any parking tickets or anything?
No.
So sorry, can you just clarify
So that was an early report that had come out that he was looking to sell his vehicle. We've looked into that aspect of the investigation, but it hasn't been fruitful at this point.
So, but it is true that he was looking to sell his car, though?
That was an early indication from the investigation. I don't think that we've completely eliminated that.
Do you know if he had met with any other, have you spoken to anyone that he had met with about selling the car or potential buyers?
Again, we're trying to identify all those areas. So if he has spoken to somebody about purchasing his vehicle, obviously we'd like to speak to those people.
How many officers are working on this right now?
You know what? Members of the Homicide Unit, we have 16 members of the Homicide Unit, forensic crime scenes, search and management. I can't speak to the exact numbers of personnel attached to it.
Any other questions? When did this turn from missing person case to homicide investigation?
So we've had conversations between the missing persons unit is attached to the Homicide Unit. So we've had conversations back and forth between the investigators and the Homicide Unit, and ultimately we notified the family on this past Friday, that we were turning this investigation over to the Homicide Unit.
There must have been a critical piece of evidence that led you guys to believe that this was going from just a simple missing person to a homicide case. What was that?
I can't speak to specifics of what we located, but what I can tell you is that preliminary forensic examinations that we've done at some of the scenes that we've looked at have resulted in the determination that this is likely involves foul play and is likely a homicide.
What locations?
I won't speak to those locations to protect the integrity of the investigation.
Are they houses, businesses?
I won't speak to those specifics just to protect the integrity of the investigation.
Forensics found in the vehicle?
There are some forensics that were located in the vehicle, and we'll continue to examine some of those.
That link to homicide?
Again, I'm not going to speak to specifics.